Welcome to part 2 of our reading of The Fall of General Custard, or The Overthrow of a Leftover. And once again, Matt Damon is your writer. That's me. Gideon Kendall is your illustrator. And the Stuffies are brought to you by Beth Damon's STEAM class from Charlotte Central School in Vermont. Here we go. Well, when last we left our heroine and hero, Romeo was being threatened by Custard, and Rosalind jumped from the cherry jar's rim to help him. When she landed, she shouted so all foods could hear, "Beside this brave olive, I'll stand firm and near. I'm a sweet and a fruit, that's perfectly clear. There's no reason why innocent food should be smeared. We food groups have different shapes and tastes. And now fears in our hearts, which old Custard has placed. But look, we're all foods, and the fact must be faced that mashing each other is simply a waste. We must all refuse to take part in his game. Should foods fight a war so that Custard finds fame? Well, I say no way, and I'm willing to claim that the other fine foods of the fridge feel the same." The meats and the sweets all suddenly froze, for foods respect courage, everyone knows. Then meanwhile, the olives and cherries each chose to line up at Romeo's side in tight rows. Look at that, they're gonna protect him. Rosalind's right in there with him. Oh, but can this stop the war? We shall see. Well, a meatball whose name was Sir Roland O'Dew called out to his friends in the thick meatball stew, "Let's join these bold olives, these brave cherries too. Let's join in this peace plan, this wise switcheroo." So out of their pot meatballs hopped one by one until inside the pot was a total of none. Well, some peaceful green peas joined what had begun, and the sesame seeds jumped right off their bun. Even the littlest seeds came to join in the peace. Well, then the small baby wieners and eggs scrambled out, with sausages, beans, and some shy sauerkraut. Some sausages, beans, and some shy sauerkraut. A frosted fudge brownie gave a hug to a sprout. Yes, a frosted fudge brownie gave a hug to a sprout. Aww. I think the sprout needs maybe a shower. I don't know, but everyone's happy because peace is breaking out. Well, that Rosalind's right, the wrinkled raisins did shout. Then 2 steaks and a cake, who were weary and worn, made peace with the ketchup and the kiwi and corn. All through the fridge, new friendships were born, and a pledge to keep peace was solemnly sworn. Well, the queen yelled to Custard, "It's time to surrender. Please join us here and become a war ender." But Custard still dreamed of power and splendor. He'd lost the small part of his heart that was tender. Cried Custard, "I'm second to none, don't you know? I'll bash you peacemongers myself." Tally-ho! He swung his sharp sword in the air, high and low, but all foods could see he had nowhere to go. Before he could move, there came a command that he should be tied with a strong, stringy strand of Sprego spaghetti the extra long brand. Yes. And so they tied him up. And now Custard would never be king as he planned. Piece of Swiss cheese who fought bravely decreed, our peace in the fridge will now only succeed if we follow leaders who don't lead with greed. And every last food group agreed, yes, indeed. The olives and cherries joined in a cheer. Hip, hip, hear, hear. Then Romeo spoke into Rosaline's ear. You're a very brave cherry, a heroine, dear. Well, Rosaline smiled a small, humble grin. And she said, in this battle, we both risked our skin. We proved we are friends through thick and through thin, and showed stopping a war is the best way to win. To the freezer, the queen sent Custard away. And guarded by popsicles, there he must stay. His return to the fridge will be welcome someday, if he's willing to give up his rough, warlike ways. And as the peas say, give peas a chance. And that is the end of our special Stuffy edition of The Fall of General Custard, or the Overthrow of a Leftover. My name is Matt Damon, and of course, my assistant and champion of all causes and prop manager, Kelly. All right, hope you had fun. Thanks for the Stuffies. This was amazing. All right, bye.